Okay, so now we're still on page 157 in your math journal, and we're on the apply it, the number 1. So it says Blanca sells 59 flags at a parade. She has 37 flags left. How many flags did she have before the parade? And we're going to show our work. So first off, we need to say, what is this about? Well, it's about flags, right? It's about Blanca and her flags. What is it wanting us to know? So now we're figure out. So we're going to read it again. So Blanca sells 59 flags at a parade. She has 37 flags left. How many flags did she have before the parade? So if we're reading, they want us to find out how many flags did she have before the parade. Now we need to figure out what important information do we need to use to help us figure that out. So Blanca sells 59 flags at a parade. She has 37 flags left. How many flags did she have before the parade? So the important information we need to gather is the 59 and the 37. Okay, so now we're going to show our work to help us figure out how many flags she had before the parade. So we need to take the flags that she sold before the parade, or the flags that she sold at the parade, and then we need to take the flags that she still has left to figure out, and we're going to put them together to come up with our number. So we're going to write down 59 plus 37. Now this is a lot like our number talks, friends. A whole lot of like number talks. So what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to break this up into place value. We're going to break it up into tens and ones. So when I look at 59, I think, well, 59 is made up of 50 and 9, right? And I look at 37 and I'm going to decompose it, and I want to think of it as 30 and 7. All right? So now what I can do is I can take my tens right there and I can add them together. So when I take 50 plus 30, I get what? Okay, so pause the video if you need to right now so you can catch up. Okay, so when you took 50 plus 30, did you come up with 80? Because you can get started at 50 and just count up 3 tens, because that's what it is. So it's 50, 60, 70, 80. So we got 80 right there. Now we still have our ones that we need to add together, don't we? So when I take 9 plus 7, that equals 16. Correct. Now, just like our problem before, when we had that 11, we can take our 16 and we can break it up into 10 and 6, can't we? Because 10s are super easy to add. So now we can take our 80 and our 10. So 80 plus 10 equals, that's right, 90. Now what are we going to do? You're right, we have our 1 right here that we need to add. We have our 6 right there. So now we're going to take 90 plus 6. And what do we get? 96. Very good. So our answer is 96 flags. It's a lot of flags, isn't it? I think so too. Okay, so now we're going to look and move over to page 158. Okay, So it says, what is the sum of 47 and 28? And then it says, show your work. So sum means that we need the answer to a addition problem. Okay, so sum means we're probably going to add it. Now, there's lots of different ways that you can solve this, right? You can solve it by drawing it out. So we're going to have 47 plus 28. And you can draw out 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, plus 2 tens and 8 ones, right? So remember, we can take our tens and add those together. So we get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So we take 40 plus 20, and that equals 60. Now we can take, so I want to think, what can I add to the 7 to make it super easy? And I can take 3 of my ones and add it over here, and that's going to give me 10, isn't it? Okay, so now I have 10 plus 60, and that equals 70. Now I still have my ones over here that didn't get used, so I still have 5 ones left. So now I can take 70 plus 5 equals 75. Okay, that's one way we could do it, right? Is there another way that we could do it? Okay, so yeah, we could break it up like we did the other one, couldn't we? We could do 47 plus 28. So we could break it up into 40 and 7, 20 and 8. So we decompose them. So now we can take our tens. So 40 plus 20 equals 60. Take our 7 and our 8. And that equals 15, right? Remember, we can decompose 15 into a 10 and a 5. So now we can take 60 plus 10, and that equals 70. And then we can do 70 plus 5 equals 75. Awesome possums. Okay, so pause the video if you need to catch up. Okay, one last way that we could do this is we can do this on our number line. Okay, so I'm going to start at 47 right here. Okay, so our problem is 47 plus 28. Now, I'm going to decompose 28 into 20 and 8. Okay, so now I want to look at 47, and I want to get to the closest 10. And the closest 10 is any number that ends in a 0. So my closest number that ends in a 0 that comes after 47 is 50. So I got to think, what can I add to 47 to get to 50? So if I remember, make a 10, 7 plus 3. So I can take 3 out of my 8, and that gives me 50. Okay, now I can add my 10s, right? And 20 is 2 10s. So I can add 20. So I'm going to add 20, and that's going to go 50 plus 20 equals 70. Now remember, when I took out that 3, that left me with 5 left over, didn't it? So now I can add 5 more, and that gives me 75. Awesome. Great job, friends. Okay, now what you're going to do on your own is you're going to solve this problem. Have fun.